This is the ABI automatic air-operated looping machine. It is operated with a compressor and a foot pedal. There is a gauge located on the foot pedal that is preset to 40 to 60 psi. Every time I close that, it will cut the wire and form a uniformed loop. Comes with the foot pedal and the air gauge. It does not come with a compressor. When you step on the pedal, the jaws close, forming the loop and cutting the wire at the same time. There are 3 moving parts. This is your forming and cutting blade. This is your closing blade. And then another blade comes from the back, which is also a forming blade. So there are actually 3 forming blades. This is the cutting blade. Right here you have an arbor. This arbor right now is set to do the loop-to-loop. As you can see, there is a slot right on top of that pin. To maintain your looper, you will periodically need to apply some lightweight oil. With the blades closed in this position, you would apply the oil, just a drop, on each blade. When the blade retracts into the housing, it will disperse the oil where needed. Work it in a little bit, and you're done. To form a loop using the ABI looping machine, you first notice that there is a forming and cutting blade here. Under this blade, there is a notch. You have to slide the wire through there just enough that you can see the wire to the left side of the arbor pin. Step on the pedal. The blades will close, forming the loop. For the loop-to-loop operation, you're going to stand the loop in this groove and also in the notch that's in your arbor. You want to take your loop and stand it in the groove that's provided right there. Take the wire and go through the same slot in the back. Step on the pedal. And that's the loop-to-loop. Place the wire to the left of the arbor pin under the forming and cutting blade. Apply your bead and follow the same path. This time go all the way up to the bead. I'm going to use pliers here just to keep my fingers out of the way so you can see better. As you can see, with a foot pedal, I have both hands free to manipulate my wire and beads. To do your loop-to-loop, make sure that the loop is standing in the groove provided and also in the notch that's in your arbor. Step on your pedal. If your loop isn't standing, isn't into that notch, you will collapse your loop. Another loop-to-loop operation is when you stand your ear wire in the slot, slide your wire through that loop, and step on the pedal. Bring the bead all the way to the end and step on the pedal. Just a few points to remember. When making your first loop, you don't have to use a lot of wire. Just make sure that you go through, that you can see it through the other side, so there's enough to form. When making your second loop after bead is on, now you want to go all the way through up to your bead. It's always best to keep the area clear of all your debris. The ABI manual looper. The manual looper has to be anchored securely to a work surface. There are 2 holes in the work base so that you can put some bolts through them to your workstation, or you can use a C-clamp if you want to be a lot more portable. It's best to have it at this angle with the opening of the machine away from you so that you have more leverage when you pull the handle toward you. It operates the same as the automatic. To make your first loop, you slide your wire to the left side of the forming pin, under the cutting blade, and pull the handle toward you. Pull the handle back to open, and there's your first loop. You're now ready to add a bead. You'll put the wire back to form your next loop. Now you're ready to do loop to loop. Stand the loop that you've made in the slot. Take your next wire, go through that loop to the left side of the arbor, pull the handle, and now you've just made the loop to loop operation. You're ready for your next bead. Slide it through the machine, bring it up to the bead, and your next loop. We'll stand there. Once again, you're going to slide your wire through that loop, pull the handle toward you, add your next bead, slide it all the way through up to the bead, pull the handle straight up. Again, you're going to slide that to the left side of the forming pin, using the bead as a stop, and you're ready to carry on. Stand that and just keep right on going, and this is your loop-to-loop procedure. If you want to do the earring, you will stand your ear wire in the slot with your bead on, or beads. Go through that loop, bring the handle toward you, open it up, lift straight up, and there's your earring. If you're having trouble feeding your wire in, it's because you haven't opened your blades all the way. It should slide through very easily. If it's closed even just a little bit, you're not going to get that wire in there. It must be open entirely. The maintenance on this machine is very simple. With the blades closed, you bring the handle toward you. You apply a drop of oil, lightweight oil, on the back side of each blade. When you open the blades, it'll carry the oil into the housing, which will keep it lubricated for you.